Still gonna get the fuse. That's Penta winning the pistol round. And it seems like they will be doing well here on the CT side. Yeah, so once again, my name is Neurointegrate, and this is TSM versus Penta. TSM one map up. 16-8, I think it was the scoreline on the first map, Mirage, picked by TSM, by the Danish team, and now the Germans playing their own map, Train. And the next, if we need it, the decider will be Dust 2. So let's see if Penta can help themselves towards that third map, and if they can try to win the best of 3. Right now we have TSM entering that bomb side B. They are getting the bomb planted though. They got the plant successfully this time. Of course they are deciding to once again play with only pistols. I did not even mention the entry frag. It was an eco round, so things like that happen all over the place. But afterwards they just went through. They got the bomb plant. That was surprising. It looked like they can accomplish something in this round, but then they got rolled over by Penta. And well, looking good for TSM now. 2 bomb plants in the rounds they lost. Alright, on Train you can't afford to lose some rounds on the T side, that's normal. But that way they can buy up an AWP, for example, for Cajun B right off the bat, which might have a big impact here on the game. There we go, Cajun looking at that angle in Ivy. Crystal, as soon as he peeks, he goes down. Actually, he was playing with a scout. They are the guys that have the advantage of winning the rounds, and he was playing with a much weaker weapon than Cajun. And Carrigan's down to 7 hit points, but he still manages to put the bullet in the head of Stavros, so it puts them in a 5v3. Makes it much better. Tapson did not pull the trigger at the guy that was very low health. So that's a little bit unfortunate right there. There we go, Strug's right in the middle of nowhere. Actually, no one's even shooting at his back. That shouldn't have happened. TSM not paying attention to what's going on in their site, but they still managed to take this round. However, this took them a little bit too much effort, in my opinion. Should have made it a little bit easier. There we go. The result on the first map was 16-8 in favor of TSM. And now 3 people dropping into the top. That's an interesting strat coming out of TSM. But Penta just playing without any pistols, so it might be surprising, but they would have been able to accomplish the same without doing it. Might have been a slight mistake to give up one of the aces from up their sleeves. And an anti-eco, still though, they made it flawless, they made it perfect. And there we go, a Galil in the hands of Kerrigan. But TSM at least getting the rounds, that's always an important thing in Train on the T side of Trade. The more the better. The CTs are of course expected to get as much as possible. So TSM, whatever they can hold on to it. Would be great. Kerrigan though goes down right now. Crispy sneaks through and kills Dupree in a very awkward spot. Drops the bomb on top of that. Now Pentasports have control over everything they've ever dreamt of. Now they know also Cajun is coming up from Ivy. They'll be covering that angle. So Cajun not looking too good, but actually he also gets through. 2 people are looking his way, and he just runs through and does not get spotted. Stavros now might get surprised, but he's behind the Train. So no chance for Cajun to get it, actually. Cajun sneaking through, but what can you do at this stage? You have to pick up the bomb that's dropped right next to the pop dog on top of it, and there's 2 people standing right there. There's 1 more guy standing in A. Okay, he's skipped him, which is a very good thing already, but then you'd have to get a double right here. So Cajun, now's his time to shine, but the time is running out, so whatever he does, it's not good. It's just not good, and there we go. 3-2 in favor of Penta. TSM will have that 1 AK in the next round. A molly, a flashbang, Kevlar helmet. So looking good, and he also has a Tech 9, so in case someone needs, he might even drop that pistol. But TSM still have enough money to play with. And there we go. No money left in Kerrigan. He would be the guy willing to play with an AWP or Cajun, but both of them running low on money, not really able to take it, and this time it is TSM with only AKs in their hands. Well, on the other hand, you can see the Penta also not doing too well. For example, when you have a UMP in the hands of Crystal, maybe he assumed TSM will be playing an eco round, but that definitely was not the right assumption. Had quite a bit of money. There might have played a FAMAS or an M4 even, without a helmet. So quite interesting choice right there. And now they're getting destroyed left and right as Cajun B secures a frag. Also Zipex finds one. And also Kerrigan. So it's a 4-on-2. A huge advantage. And there we go, Chris B finds a frag and debris once again, the same kind of thing. He just sneaks through to catch him in the most unexpected moment and position to get that frag, but then he falls. That's Device with 4 hit points right now, trying to battle it out with Strux. Strux knows what's going on, but still will not be able to win the fight. 1 bullet is enough from an AK, and Strux was not even able to pull the trigger. 3-3. That's the worst possible scenario for Penta at the moment. And you have TSM getting around for rounds and ending up 8-7 or 7-8 on the CT side of Train does not favor you at all, especially as this is your own map of choice. So Penta should get their heads together and finally gather up some rounds in a row finally. And there we go, Kerrigan with that huge HE drops Stavros, but Crispy finds frag and Dupree. They're only out playing with the pistols. Not a lot of Kevlars, only Dabson with 1. They still managed to get 1 frag. Device down to 12 hit points, but previously it was down to 4, and still managed to make a lot of good for TSM. So I don't think they really worry about it. Crystal coming in from behind, from main entrance to Train. Bomb site A. And sends Zipex flying, picks up the AK, might still fight, the bomb is not yet planted. Crystal in the game. Let's see if he can get that triple kill to take the round for Penta. It was an eco for them. He does not have a Kevlar, so it might be a little bit of a bad thing, but still looking very nice after that 1 frag. Actually misses Cajun B. Now Cajun's walking right towards him. Once again missed him. Crystal from Pop, they don't even know where he killed them from. That's Penta in such a good spot, but Cajun spots the foot. Now Crystal low on health. Now what is he gonna do? Throws a flashbang, that was a good one. The bomb is getting planted by Device, so he now knows where Device is. 1v1, 1 shot for both of them will be enough to win the round, but it's actually Device just sprays it down. Crystal was peeking left and right, so it was just a matter of time. And he finally peeks again on the left side, and that's it. TSM take this round, but Crystal, man, he gave them a run for their money. That was way too close for TSM now. Once again, we have a scout in the lineup of Penta. It's Stavros with it. However, still, we only have seen an AWP once for the Danish lineup. And it's definitely worked out pretty well. But they've never really been able to gather up enough money for it again. Only 1 man remains after the previous round for TSM, so they will be struggling with the money again as they had to buy up 4 rifles. And Device actually saved up an M4 from the previous round, so the rest of them, of course, have AKs. Dabson in IV, Cajun might have taken him out, but that smoked massively helped him. Cajun pushes through, Stavros gets spotted, but Cajun actually turned away at a very bad moment as Stavros threw the smoke with a scout kill. And we have Kerrigan Device answering with the frags, but they cannot really gain control of any of the sites. And they very much need the bomb plants. They finally got it. Crystal very far away. So if he wants to rotate, the rest of the team will have to wait for him. And the time will be running out, but they have 2 defuse kits, which is more than enough. Chip picks in the pop dart. No one's going to come from there, so that leaves Dupree alone. Dupree is going to get taken out by Crispy. That definitely loses TSM the round. Crystal with the last headshot. They will get the bomb defused. 4-4. So once again, it gets brought back, but as I said, 1-for-1 just does not work for Penta. This way, it will set up TSM for such a good second half. There we go, round number 9. Let's see which one of the teams will be able to get it. Will it finally be Penta getting the edge here? Or is it TSM still doing what they have to? Strux right on the bomb train on A. He gets surprised by Kerrigan actually. Someone did not cover the main entrance. They got through Cajun and Zipix with some headshots. That definitely puts TSM in a favored spot. The bomb is getting planted. Penta not looking good at all. Strux down to 42 hit points as he got surprised by Kerrigan just a couple seconds ago. And that just makes Penta save their weapons. 3 M4s will get carried over to the next round, but once again it's the same kind of thing. A 1-for-1 round. TSM favors them so much right here on train. Yes, it's only one caster right now since most of the casters, the usual ones, are away right now. Kerrigan about to get picked off by Stavros, but he just misses most of the shots. So just finishing what I was about to say, Cajun did not manage to find that last frag. Would have been great. So yeah, most casters are away. Sadokist is in Romania for the PGL. Vendetta is also absent, so I have to cast alone. I know it might not be too pleasant to hear. I know some people might not like it. Just how it is. Cannot really make a difference. Cannot clone myself. We have a duo caster out of nowhere. Well anyway, Cajun opens it up with a nice headshot. The 3 weapons Penta carried through are now only 2. As Crispy bought up himself a FAMAS, taps and dropped that 1 M4 they had. There we go. 2 people in IV. Crystal's not gonna get taken out though. He's not peeking. Smartly does it. There we go. That's an interesting boost right there from Cajun. Good idea for TSM. However, the smoke already disappeared and there's no one else right there. No one peeking from Penta. So no further advantage for TSM just yet. It's a 4-on-4 though. So they are slightly favored. Device now finds the frag and crystal, so that puts them in an awesome spot. All of a sudden, Strux though behind the blue train might be able to take some of them out, but he actually misses a lot of his shots and just drops right now. That's a big whiff that might have cost Penta the round. He could have got a double right there. It would have been a 2-on-2 right now, but instead it's just Crispy in the Z, in the connector, and he's about to go down. Or else he might try to save up this FAMAS, but previously they saved up 3 M4s and that didn't give them anything. And a FAMAS is even less. And it's only 1. So 6-4 in favor of TSM. I said 1-for-1 does not favor Penta at all, but they losing now rounds in a row. TSM stringing some rounds together is a massacre. I might even want to say that Penta were doing better on the Mirage, on the map that TSM picked, since this is just a CT-sided map. I don't want to say heavily CT-sided map anymore, as after the changes it's a little bit more evened out. And it goes down to how the T's play actually. If they have some interesting strats prepared, then they can easily take some sides. If not, they'll just get picked off one after another. And you cannot say that TSM is not an experienced team, so they definitely have something prepared here for Train. And we can see it's working. This far, at least Crispy's gonna go down through that smoke. Nice try, had a good idea once again. But just goes down. 5v3 right off the bat. But, well, they lost one pistol. They lost, I don't really remember what that weapon was, or actually just didn't take a look at it. But still, they have 2 M4s and a FAMAS. Still possible for them to pull something up. Let's take a look at that. Strux! This time he gets the double. This time he makes it right. Was a little bit closer, so maybe he cannot shoot in such long range. Does not matter. Makes it much better for Penta. Now they're still in the game. They can still try to win this round. And there we go. Tippix though with that headshot. Shots down Strux. Leaves Stavros last man standing once again. Once again in connector, but he just pushes out. Is very bold. Makes that move. It gets rewarded. Device down to 16 hit points. And Stavros is aware that even Pop Dog, if he just manages to kill Cajun B, would have been a very favourable situation for him, but he just not managed to make it, and that's Device to close out the round. It was really close for Penta this time. Finally a chance to stop TSM, but it's just not gonna happen. And TSM coming out massively on top. 3 rounds discrepancy right now on T side of train. Looking good. And right at the beginning of the match, I opened it up with saying DNG just won 16-2 against Evolution on train. 14-1 on the T side. So I wanted it not to be the same. It's not the same, but it still is TSM heavily rolling over Penta right here on the T side. Actually now, Penta dropped the bomb, but Crystal gets surprised by Cajun. He cannot cover all the angles by himself. Stavros walks in, but he gets picked up very easily by Cajun from the connector. Tamsin puts up a good play with the P250. Just 2 taps and him a frag, but he still cannot help himself toward any weapon. But he might not even need a weapon. P250 might as well be enough. 1v1 right now. Dupree versus Tapson. With the bomb planted though, Dupree can play it out just how he wants it, and he'll get that frag on Tapson. That was quite hilarious. Gets behind him somehow. Tapson jumping on the ladder actually killed him right now. Most probably. Still, that's 8-4 in favor of TSM. Now 4 rounds in a row. If I'm not mistaken, that's it. 4 rounds in a row for the Danish lineup. They already won 16-8 on Mirage. Now it's train the map picked by their enemies. It's a best of 3 in the lower bracket, so the loser drops out of the tournament. Penta will definitely not be happy with that, especially on their own map. They might have been okay with losing on Dust 2 on the 3rd map, but if train's not going to work out for them, they must be very unhappy. There we go, Cajun approaches Ivy. But Tamsin was right out of his point of this field of view. And Cajun holding that very tight angle and make sure to be able to make the shot when it matters the most. And it's already a 5v4. Zippix down to 78, but that's nowhere near as important as Crispy down to 21 now. Crispy finally falls, but he still managed to kill the device right there. I want to say kill the frag, which makes no sense at all, but anyway, he killed him. And that puts TSM on 4, but with Penta being with only 2 people, it's a little bit too hard to win. Stavros with an M4. This time it's a little bit better than P250, but it might not be able to achieve more than it. So it's 9-4. And all of a sudden that scenario that I was talking about, that 1-for-1 in rounds, would have been much better than that for Penta. And there we go. An AWP in the hands of Cajun. He has not lost it for quite a bit of time now. And it's definitely good for him to have it. Earns a lot of frags. Gets some entries in the Ivy, most importantly. That's what gets them some initial momentum. This time goes over to Upper though. Oh, Crispy lurking in that smoke. Was expecting to catch someone off guard, but it did not work out. So if things like that don't work for Penta, I just don't know what they need to do to come back into it. That should have been a frag for Penta. Should have been an advantage for them. Maybe a weapon pickup. And then a slowdown and once again trying to win the round. But it did not happen. It's once again TSM in the driver's seat. The Danes rolling over the Germans. And there we go. Cajun puts a bullet in the head of Thompson to close this out. 10-4. Will it be 10-5? Can PENTA finally take a round for themselves? They have a lot of money. They can afford AWPs if they just want to. And Train is very much based on the sniper rifles. You usually see a lot of AWPs, sometimes even auto snipers. So it's very important for PENTA to be able to afford them. Strux manages to get the entry frag into Dupree as he had a nade in his hands. A molly. And there we go. Cajun throws a flashbang this time. Does not manage to find an entry frag with his AWP and Ivy. Which statistically is a little bit surprising. But he'll just rotate and try to look for some frags elsewhere. We had 2 ops in the hands of TSM. Now one of them is gone as Dupree died. So I think Carrigan decided to switch it out. Well, Tapson barely stayed alive. That shot might have gone through his hair. Anyway, Crystal gets the frag, gets another one. Crystal get kill and a double and a triple. Actually is Strux, I'm sorry. They were in a very similar spot with those AWPs, but one of them was a Dragonor, the other one was a Asimov. It's a tiny difference. 10-5 in favor of TSM right now. PENTA Sports, of course, they are still in the game. This is their own map of choice. They might have something very impressive prepared for that T side, but the pistol round will be very important for that. If TSM take the pistol, they might be too close to winning it. Well, let's see how it goes. Carrigan looking for the one taps with that USP, but it definitely is not as good as it was in the previous pistol. With PENTA Sports landing 2 single one taps on that bomb side B to get the pistol round win. Out of nowhere. There we go. PENTA, they have to win this pistol if they want to stay in the game. If they don't want to lose this best of 3 right here, right now. Crystal, there's another smoke to get a little bit of cover for his team. And the bomb planted so early in a 5v5. I think this round will go to PENTA, but let's see what TSM have to say. Tabson holding right behind the smoke, so he'll surprise as soon as it disappears. TSM, oh my goodness, they're getting so many consecutive frags. And now that's 5 going their way. Only 1 frag goes the way of PENTA, and they will be able to take it. Cajun has a defuse kit. That's 11-5. Wow. The bomb planted, still in a 5v5 situation. PENTA could have got great after plant positions. They still had smokes. But no. Somehow they gave up all the frags and TSM still managed to take it. Oh, Carrigan, nice flick right there with the Mag 7. He will be looking for more. He might get surprised here though. But Strog still does not manage to finish off the frag. Leaves Carrigan at 44 hit points, so it still makes him effective. And he'll find the frag on Stavros. That's a triple with a Mag 7. An enormous amount of money going the way of Carrigan right here. And he might already be able to afford an op, and he will. But he just decides to go for an M4 instead. 2,700 for 3 frags with a Mag 7. PENTA shouldn't really let him do it. That's crushing. Let's see how it goes further on. Round number 18, 12 on the account of TSM already. Tipix throws a very nice nade that brings Tabson down to 55 hit points, which is already quite a big opening in favor of TSM. And PENTA not looking too good right here. As I said, the pistol round will be crucial to them staying alive in the best of 3, staying alive on this map. But they did not take it, and now they still are getting slapped left and right. But Zipix now falls, and Stavros gains control of that bomb side B that might be very important to PENTA. If they get the bomb plant, if they hold onto it, getting around right here, right now, might throw off TSM. And Crispy finds the headshot on Carrigan, however, not before Cajun kills one guy right there on bomb side B. Or at least, I think it was right there. Crystal down to 28. Behind Electric now peeks out. One shot. Should be able to bring him down. One accurate shot. Oh, Cajun spots him in a very important moment. This Device could have got backstab. It could have even been a knife kill, but Dupree and Device once again close out this round. Device with a huge plate. Can definitely be reliable at times, and that's very important for the Danes. There we go. Still an AWP in the hands of Cajun, so I very much expected Carrigan to be playing without weapon after getting so many frags with a Mag 7. But nope, it's Cajun with the AWP this time. Yet again. He was very successful on the T side, so why not? Definitely not saying it's a bad choice. Shrugs finds a headshot and Debris picks up a weapon. That's massive. That might help Penta not crumble just yet. But with Cajun finding the frag on Stavros and Carrigan securing a frag on Strux and Device covering that pop dog perfectly, he might be very easily able to close out this match right here, right now. 14 rounds on the account of TSM, just 2 more and they will be able to take this best of 3 home with a 2-0 scoreline in a great fashion. So it might just as well be the thing that I said a couple minutes earlier, that Penta is even doing worse here than on Mirage. On Mirage they got 8 rounds, here they only have 5 and it's not looking good at all. Now they're on the T side. And there we go, an entry frag going the way of TSM, maybe even a double. And Sipix also finds the frag and taps him. That's 5v2, now 4v2. Crispy and Device find the frags, a little bit of a lag right there. Let's carry on. Dupree misses the shot. It could have been a very important frag as Strux is the last man standing. Maybe he just didn't spot him. Or actually, the frag was stolen. Strux was in a different spot. Brain lag. Anyway, yeah, the game lagged, my brain lagged. Everything's in control. Anyway, Dupree will just run through the smoke. And Strux like, hello! But then he still drops. And his AWP is gone. And Penta Sports, without the bomb plant, they should be struggling with the money. And TSM definitely happy, already smiling and giggling. This match is going their way. If Penta can win 10 rounds in a row, it would have been the most miraculous comeback I've seen lately. I don't want to say in the history of Counter-Strike, because there's definitely been better, but lately, definitely. Strux now runs through Dupree once again. We have the Mag 7 in the hands of TSM. This time it's Dupree, not Carrigan. Strux still holding on to his life. He might be able to surprise one of the players, but they also spotted him already. And Sipix with a double Carrigan to support him. He just hid behind the Electric, and that's GG. Only one frag going the way of Penta, and TSM even playing with a Mag 7 and a Scar 20. I did not even manage to pay attention to, as this round was finished so quickly. So that would be it. Thank you very much for watching. A very quick game. I expected a little bit more. I wanted it to go to 3 maps, but Penta this time, it was not their day. It was not their game. TSM, of course, putting up a good fight right here, as it was expected of them. And that will be it. Thank you very much for tuning in. Sorry for the solo cast once again. There's no other caster available at the moment to cast with me, so I had to. We couldn't leave the match uncasted or unstreamed, so I hope you bear with me. And if you enjoyed it, you can check me out on Facebook and Twitter. My name is NeuroIntegrate, so it's twitter.com/NeuroIntegrate and facebook.com/NeuroIntegrate. I'll post the links in the chat too. And a huge shout out to Vulcan once again for mostly sponsoring the league, and to all our other sponsors. This is Counterpit. Thank you for watching. TSM 2-0 against Penta, and see you some other day. Tomorrow we have another match. Let me bring it up for you. It is yes or no? Okay, never mind. I mistook the groups. Some other league will have another match tomorrow. Well, anyway, thank you very much. See you guys some other day.